Hey, welcome. We're going to start using our Eclipse program today. Eclipse is just another name. It's an IDE or Integrated Development Environment. It's just a piece of software that we can use to create the code that we want. So already I'm assuming that you have Eclipse installed on your computer. If you can click on that, whether you're using a PC or a Mac, it doesn't matter. And you'll notice that up here, I don't know if you noticed before, this folder where it says Java Programming was kind of automatically generated. And when you launch Eclipse for the first time, it's going to also create a folder where all your code is going to be stored. Okay, so don't be surprised if that appears on your desktop or in one of your folders in your documents. So here's our welcoming dialog box. You don't want to see this all the time. It'll always be there the first time. So first thing is at the very bottom, the bottom right hand corner where it says always show welcome at startup. Click that, undo it. That way, this will be the last time. And we are going to create a new Java project. So if you can click on that, and it'll ask you for the name. We're going to be creating a Hello World project. And you only have to do this once, but where it says use an execution environment JRE, just go down to the third one and say use default. And at this point you can say finish. And don't worry about why we're doing that. You just want to. And it brings you to our screen. Okay, this is your your canvas where you're going to do all your work. Now there's a few things I want to set up beforehand. Number one, these things over to the right hand side, the track list, you can click that. The outline, you can click that. Just get rid of them. You can block them out. Okay, secondly, I know a lot of students and they like the dark mode. So if this is something that appeals to you, I personally like it just because it is softer on the eyes. You can just go to Eclipse into Preferences and click General and the tab that opens it, and click Appearance, the very first one where it says Theme. You can go to Dark. Okay, and you go Apply and Close, and there you have the dark theme. Okay, let me just magnify this. Here's our full screen. There you have it. Now, Eclipse, for our sake and purpose, has three distinct areas that are going to be of interest. The first one is here on the left-hand side, the Package Explorer. That's where we're going to all our files are going to be stored there. Okay, so as we generate new code, we just store it. It'll appear over here on the left-hand side, the file names. For example, the first project we created was called Hello World. And once we named that, it created these subfolders, okay? The JRE system library, you can ignore that. The SRC, which is just another, it's a short form for source code, is the folder that we're going to be putting our code into. Over here, this big empty black space, that is where we do the work. Okay, this is where we're going to put in all our coding over there. And then at the very bottom, we have a few boxes, declaration, Java doc problems. One that hasn't appeared yet is called the console, and it'll pop up once we run our program. And you'll see what I mean by that shortly. So let's get started by making our first program called Hello World.